Alright, we are live. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Last time when we left off, we had just arrived at the Nellis Air Force Base and met the boomers. We'd explored and murdered all the generic NPCs, as we're wont to do, and now we are ready to start assisting them with their quests and whatnot, trying to make friends. Um, I realize I'm launching a little bit early, so I'm gonna hold on the intro screen for just a little bit to give people a chance to get here. Morning, Nyron. Morning, Ethan. Great to see both of you. Morning, Lone Wonder. Good to see you too. You'll notice I made a few tweaks to the channel. I'll talk about those right now before I actually get started playing. Good morning, Tim. Nice to see you. First of all, I changed the offline banner for the actual Twitch page. Uh, if you if you take a look at it when I'm offline, if you have any questions, yes, obviously it's extremely tongue-in-cheek. But the bigger one is, we mentioned a few videos ago that I might enable Streamlabs, the sort of loyalty system for people who are here watching, and implement a reward schedule for it, and I've gone ahead and done that. So those of you who are here watching, you'll start to accrue currency, and I tried to scale it so it would take a few weeks before anyone really had enough to spend, just so we could talk about the reward schedule itself and tweak it before anyone's got enough to actually redeem anything. And then in a few weeks, when redemptions do start rolling in, if it's making the stream suck, we'll just disable it, call it an experiment. Anyway, everyone who's here already, how are you doing? I know it's only Tuesday, but how's your week so far? It's true, Nyron, it's been a while since we've seen you on a Tuesday. Glad to have you here, bud. I'm sorry, I know this looks super classy, but I think I have a dog hair stuck in my teeth. Mm. Mm. Nobody's particularly chatty today. That's alright, we'll just launch. You saw Megadeth, the Scorpions, and Yes in London. What's off? Ethan, what's off? Megadeth. I haven't heard of Yes, Lone Wonder, but but Megadeth and Scorpions, those are both heavy hitters I'm well aware of. That's pretty cool. All right, so now we're checking out these buildings here in the southwest, these sort of longhouse-looking things. I'm going to check the children's barracks first. Don't fuck me with the copyright strike, please. The main thing to watch for in here is that this is a pretty good place to collect lunch boxes. That's relevant for the same reason it was back in Fallout 3, which is we can use them to make bottle cap mines, which are some of the most powerful explosives in the game. Ah, okay. Good morning, Maya. Great to see you as always. Thank you for joining us. I figured there was no harm in getting started a little early, since this video is still in well, at the moment, quasi-friendly territory, so it's going to be mostly focused on stealing. As long as I spend the first few minutes doing that, save talking to people till after 6 o'clock when everyone who's going to make a point of being here gets here. Alright, so that is the children's barracks. Pretty straightforward, pretty basic. Next we'll check out the women's and men's barracks, because there's really nothing special going on in those. Ooh, except more generics. I'm nothing if not gender neutral. There was the third one. Where did she go? She's way the hell out here. Where's she running off to? Iron Maiden in August? Man, you lucky dog. That's gonna be a great show. Good morning, Lewis. It's great to see you. Thank you for being here, as always. I wonder if I can even catch this person. Oh yeah, there she slowed down. You don't get how people can live in cities. You know, to be honest, I really don't either. I did it for 3 years, you know, back when it was actually a little after I started the YouTube channel, but it was, you know, back in law school. I lived in downtown Chicago, and it was fucking miserable, man. Which is not to say I don't like visiting cities. I think they can be wonderful places to go. But actually living there just starts to grate on you. I always tell people about my time in Chicago. It was horrible, and I never got any sleep for 2 main reasons. It was never actually quiet, and it was never actually dark. Not to mention that you had virtually no privacy anywhere you went. I mean, even in your own apartment, the walls were so thin, there were people all around you, like, it still felt like you were sharing space. Even though I know you technically weren't, but... Okay, here we go. See if we want the glass pitcher. We're gonna want their maze. Oh wait, there's still live people in here. Can't have that. Alright, there we go. You might end up moving to San Francisco. Well, as cities go, if you can afford it, San Francisco is very nice. And that's a very big if. But I'm assuming that you'd be moving there because you'd be getting a job that would allow you to afford it, am I right? Good morning, Cyclo. Great to have you here. Always a pleasure. Alright, that's the women's barracks. Like I said, nothing special. Now let's find the men's barracks. Give it the same treatment. Wow, there are a bunch in here. I counted... I counted 3 others that made it outside. Oops. And honestly, most of what I'm worried about is somebody else sprinting to the hangar. Like that fucking guy. Alright, alright. We'll get him later. Actually, yeah, we'll just have to get him later. It's a little annoying, but what are you gonna do? Let's go get the runner. He'd rather have a long commute than live in the middle of San Francisco. Well, I hear you, but to be honest, there's a reason San Francisco is so expensive. That's because they won't build any fucking housing, so as cities go, it's not really very crowded. You know, as cities go. Nyron, you don't have a driver's license? I guess they aren't as important as some folks with more robust public transit systems, but I couldn't function without one. Most places in the US you can't function without one unless, like we're talking about, you live right in the core of some big city and can walk to everything you need. Now, where the hell did that other guy go? Is he over here someplace? These are the kids. We should actually talk to them. Wait. What about you? Looks like you're also a kid. We'll talk to the kids. Since I don't have the child murder mod.
Hi. Hey there, mister. Can you help me find Mr. Cuddles?
Who is Mr. Cuddles?
Mr. Cuddles is my teddy. I lost him, and I don't remember where.
Okay, I'll look for him.
Thanks. Let me know when you find him.
Note added, Mr. Cuddles. Lindsay, one of the boomer kids, lost her teddy bear, but she isn't sure where she lost it. Well, that's helpful, Lindsay. God, keep track of your shit, kid. Especially in the fucking wasteland. I hear the others.
Halt. You must pay the toll to pass.
Mini boomer, just passing through.
Okay. See ya.
Well, yeah, that made a lot of sense.
Whoa. You're the outsider? What are you doing here?
Just passing through.
Okay. See ya.
Hey, do you have any toys outside of here? I sure could use something fun.
Bye then.
Roar! I'm a dinosaur.
Okay. See ya.
Hey, St. Louis. Great, as always, to have you here, man. How's it going? Summer hasn't officially started yet. Oh, is it oppressively hot where you are? Okay, that's Raquel. I guess we'll just go back to the men's barracks and idly wonder where the hell that 5th one ran off to. It's like he just disappeared. So I never saw him outside either. Well, Ethan, to be fair, she is inside the boomer's perimeter. Oh, maybe that's him. need a boomer jumpsuit. She is inside the boomer's perimeter. I don't imagine a lot of critters get through. There we go. I'm gonna choose to think one of those two guys was the one I was looking for. Didn't put my mind at ease. I guess I gotta be on the lookout for Mr. Cuddles. Oof. I'm sorry, the weather out here in Colorado has actually gotten better this week. We had a pretty sizable cold front push through yesterday, and I think the high today is only going to be something like 75, which is very exciting to me. Yeah, I did. However, I was complaining last night that the daylight hours are ridiculous. It was 8:45 p.m. I didn't have any lights on in my house, and it was still just like sitting in the middle of the fucking day. It was like, I'd kind of like to start settling in, getting ready for bed. I'm trying to get up early and do a stream tomorrow, and I can't sleep with this much fucking light in the room. Alas. We're nearly to the end of that, and the days will finally start shortening. Thursday. Thursday is the longest day of the year. Alright. They do have a lot of explosive ordnance, don't they? Alright, that is it for the men's barracks. Alright, Nyron. Have a good ride home, and I hope we do see you back here later. If not, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. The best part of living near San Francisco is no more winters. Ugh, man, I couldn't handle that. Is this a second women's barracks? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, there are apparently 2 women's barracks for some reason. That's alright, we'll clear this one out too. I couldn't stand not having winter, but I'm one of those weirdos who really loves cold weather, so. Plus, I like to ski. That's probably part of it. Can't really ski if there's no winter. Any specific Star Wars spin-off movie I'd like to see? I'd have to think about that. I'd be pretty interested in, let's see, there's the Nellis Schoolhouse. And the Nellis Medical Station. Alright, let's go to the schoolhouse next. I don't know. I'd actually have to think about that. Boomer teacher.
Evening. Idle thumbs tend to get blown off around here. Get moving.
I don't recall there being anything of any import in the schoolhouse either. set these pencils, and I can actually, I've been saying it for a long time because it was the next expansion I was gonna do. Turned out it's been quite a while between expansions, but we are finally getting to where Old World Blues is actually imminent, and the pencils we've been hoarding the entire game, are finally going to generate some rewards in that expansion, believe it or not. Stranger, hey, it's been a while. Great to have you here. How have you been? We're just at Nellis Air Force Base, exploring, looting, murdering generic people, and you know, when that's all more or less done, we'll actually start questing to make friends with the boomers. Alright, here's the Nellis Medical Station. There's actually a little bit of questing to do. Well, I guess I use the term questing a little loosely, but the we're gonna do some favors here. And you know, doing favors is really what our current quest is, so that's Argyll. Steal his medical supplies first. Which one is useless? Is it scissors or forceps? Scissors. Scissors are the useless one. That's what I thought. Okay, good. I would have liked that empty syringe. Oh well. Bone saws are also useless. That's right, there are multiples that are useless. Now, don't fuck with these injured boomers. They're, obviously our favor is going to be helping them out, so. Alright, that appears to be it for here. Except this first aid box I almost missed. Alright, let's talk to Argyll.
Hey.
Do some actual work.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you please, outsider, but I have patients to tend to.
See, can you spare any medical supplies?
Sorry, friend. We really don't have a need for wasteland currency around here. We produce most of what we need.
I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
I have 3 patients here who were gravely injured fighting those giant ants in the generator building a few days ago. I've stabilized their wounds, but they're in bad shape. Do you have medical training?
Medicine 40. I have extensive medical knowledge. Let's see what I can do.
If what you say is true, you can do us a world of good.
Alright. Now we gotta pass some medicine checks.
Yes, outsider?
I'm still looking for ways to make myself useful. Oh, no, we gotta actually heal the patients first. This man's leg is seriously injured. It may require amputation to save him. Are you sure you want to attempt the operation? Medicine 50 or higher required. Perform the operation. Upon further examination, after cleaning the leg, you realize it can be saved. You carefully remove the existing stitches, clean the wounds thoroughly, then restitch the wounds closed using a much more effective procedure.
Excellent treatment.
Okay.
I hadn't thought of that.
Okay. This one. This man appears to be severely injured. Swelling around his face and neck is interfering with his breathing. Are you sure you want to treat him? Medicine 60 or higher required. Treat him. After carefully considering the treatment options, you realize the patient is merely having a strong allergic reaction. By cleaning all wounds of ant venom and administering a steroid compound, you reduce the swelling and the patient's breathing returns to normal. Boomers, accepted. Folks have come to accept you for your helpful nature.
I thought that man was done for.
This man looks like he has a serious infection. Improper treatment will kill him. Would you like to treat him? Medicine 40 or higher required. Treat the infection. With a combination of natural herbs, bandages, and some disinfectant, you are able to clean the wounds and help boost the patient's immune system enough that he'll survive. Did we see God Howard's performance at E3?
There's some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you.
Let's talk to him again.
Yes, outsider?
I finished treating your patients.
Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing or two from you savages, when it comes to medicine at least.
Alright.
See ya.
Aren't you friendly? They never stop calling you savages, which is kind of funny. Yes, we did all see and discuss God Howard's performance. Our take is that he's essentially demonstrating what happens when memes become self-aware. But it was awesome. As far as Star Wars, you know, I can't really think of any spin-offs I'd be dying to see that haven't already been made. But then again, it's because I haven't been presented with the idea either. Alright, we got some more buildings to check out over here. Let's explore those. Here is Loyal's house. We don't actually need to talk to him yet. We're just gonna steal his shit. The main bit of which we're gonna have to go offload again soon. I want to make sure I get the real prize out of here before I do that. If I can find it. There it is. They blend in so well. It's a Dean's Electronics. A skill book. Repair increased by 4. Our repair skill is now 82. I haven't been to see Solo yet, but I do want to see Solo. I wouldn't say I really wasn't a big fan of the prequels. I mean, for very cheeky, trolly reasons, I think my my favorite moment in the prequels, to get back to that question, was no, because that was hilarious. All right, let's look at the Nellis workshop now. And yeah, we're gonna run out of room for stuff in here. I'm just about there, honestly. I got 1 more pound, so we'll take that coffee mug, and then we'll go offload and come back. But I would not say that I haven't enjoyed any of the new movies. I think that's going too far, because I liked The Force Awakens a lot for what it was. You know, it was playing it safe, which I think was necessary considering how traumatized everybody was by how bad the prequels were. And, you know, I think it turned out pretty good. That being said, I certainly think...
Hey there.
That,
Sure.
I think of all the movies that have come out so far, Rogue One was probably my favorite. I really liked Rogue One. Just because it was a real departure from what every other Star Wars movie before it had been. Like, it was just a really serious, awesome war movie, I guess would be a good way to describe it, set in the Star Wars universe. You know, no Jedi, no Force, no special powers, no chosen ones, and I freaking loved that. And I will be, I know that it got a mixed reception amongst really hardcore fans, so but I'll go ahead and risk it and put my opinion out there anyway. I freaking loved The Last Jedi too. I thought The Last Jedi was awesome. And honestly, for a lot of the same reasons. I thought that, you know, if you looked back at A New Hope, like the entire theme of it, and looking even further back than A New Hope, the very basic archetypal hero's journey that George Lucas was emulating when he made that movie was the whole idea that, anybody can become something special. Like Luke was just a random ass farm boy from from Tatooine, and then as more and more movies got made, suddenly it morphed into this story about the Skywalker dynasty and how special and important the Skywalker family was. And so Force Awakens was running with that too, like, oh my god, who are Rey's parents? Is she secretly a Skywalker? Is that why she's so strong? And I loved how The Last Jedi just chucked all of that out the window. And I think what Last Jedi accomplished, while being an enjoyable movie in its own right, was truly resetting the series. And now it's a place that's free of all the trappings of the movies that came before it, and it can really become anything it wants to be. I think that's a wonderful place for the Star Wars saga to be sitting. So yeah, I really liked, honestly, I can say I really liked all three of, the last movies. The one that I saw. Oh wait, I'm trying to cross, but I need to be over here. Alright, back to exploring. Let's get back into the Nellis workshop. Your favorite franchise, Star Trek. Oh yeah, well, I was never much of a Trekkie. Let me start with that, so don't judge me too harshly if I say something I shouldn't. I really liked the 2009 Star Trek movie, but it was also the first one I ever actually saw. We want to take this howitzer firing mechanism out of the workshop. I'm pausing to actually discuss the game. This is important in a later quest, so make sure you snag that. Carry it with you. That's it for the workshop. But I hear that, I am certainly told that actual fans of the franchise weren't really fans of the 2009 reboot, and that things only got worse. And even me, as not really a fan, was kind of turned off by how silly Into Darkness was, and didn't see any of the others. I was all hyped too, because I thought, like I said, I didn't know much about Star Trek, but I was pretty sure that Benedict Cumberbatch was going to be a great villain, and I don't know, I thought Into Darkness just kind of fizzled and sucked. And I don't even know how many others there have been, but I haven't seen any of them. Hey, and in here, don't miss the Nellis Air Force Base snow globe. Now, one of the reasons we're toting Veronica around, besides the fact that she's just such a wonderfully useful ass puncher, is that in here, when we get the presentation on the Boomer's history, we need to have her with us for her character arc quest. So,
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the story of our people.
who are you?
Me? I'm Pete, keeper of the story. I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper of the story until a couple months ago. But old Keeper Don, well, whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us.
There's a good quote. Whiskey and landmines don't go together. I'm looking to make myself useful. Who needs help around here?
Over at the workshop, Loyal and Jack are always building something. The Loyal may not be too happy to see your kind running around Nellis.
I'd like to know all about your people.
Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means?
Sure, I can spare the time. Now this is actually pretty funny. I love this little presentation he gives.
Excellent. Imagine you're the first outsider to ever hear our tale.
So, you remember, one thing I'll point out right at the beginning is if you remember back when we were in Vault 34 and we saw the logs and journal entries talking about the splinter group that left after all the fighting, well, they became the Boomers.
Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know.
Boomer's fame gained. All right.
Now that you know the story of our people, you must have all sorts of questions.
Oh, indeed. I have some questions about your people's history.
Ask away.
Why did your ancestors leave the safety of a vault?
So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. Ours was numbered 34. In our vault, everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let you fire off any of the really fun ones. I guess all the little pops and bangs at the firing ranges just got boring after a while.
Your people were willing to risk it all for freedom. Or... Explosives 40. Yeah, any detonation with a yield of less than a half-ton of TNT is boring.
Exactly. We haven't detonated any atomic warhead since before I was born. But besides that, it's a heck with nitpicky restrictions. Anything else you want to know?
Oh, you're absolutely right, Cyclo. I love it when they fly the bomber at the Battle of Hoover Dam. I'm surprised Nellis was empty when your people found it.
Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the base highly radioactive. The savages of the waste, ignoramuses, all avoided Nellis by habit.
Murica, indeed. Science 35, whereas your people had brought Geiger counters with them from the vault.
That's exactly right. You're very knowledgeable for a Sav, an outsider. Anything else you want to know?
How do you survive totally cut off from the world?
Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead, solar arrays provide power, and we grow our own crops.
Survival 40. You must cultivate soy or legumes for protein in addition to grains.
Indeed we do. Very impressive. Anything else you want to know?
What are howitzers doing in an Air Force base?
You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis, and it was the last time any of us set foot beyond our homeland.
Speech 40. That howitzer battery is a monument to the grit and resolve of your people.
Thank you so much. I'll be sure to pass that on. Anything else you want to know?
How has Nellis taught your people to fly?
Once we restore power, we learn that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual reality simulators. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We use them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use the simulators. They're for our use only. Sorry.
Speech 55. Oh, to slip the surly bonds of earth and dance amid the soaring birds.
That's beautiful. Yes, it's exactly like that. So free, so... Words can't do it justice. Anything else you want to know?
How did you learn where to find an old bomber?
Loyal found a file somewhere on the base, with magazine articles, photographs, a map even. It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July 21st, 1948. Just imagine, that's over 300 years ago. The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where to find it. Except we haven't left Nellis in decades.
Repair 40. You could attach ballast to the plane and then haul it here for repairs.
Yes! In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has planned to do. You should go talk to him. I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Maybe I should act out the battles, or learn how to throw my voice.
Alright, and he will repeat the story of the mural again, but we don't need
Bye.
that. Liked. Enough news of your good works has been passed around that people like you. Alright, now let's talk to Veronica, because she's going to have expanded dialogue now that we've met another group of survivors. That's what usually triggers her plot line to advance.
You can't help but notice that the Brotherhood barely exists to these people out here. We're like an urban myth, no real presence on the outside. We just don't adapt like we should. Used to be that all you needed to get your way was a suit of power armor and a laser rifle. Now, people are armed and organized. They're not afraid. But we still stick to our old approach because it's all we know.
So we can kind of try to sway her. I tend to pick the more neutral answers. Power armor and laser rifles are still effective. The Brotherhood is living in the past. Eventually they'll have to change. Or if it's worked for this long, there must be something redeemable about their beliefs. Have faith.
Wow, you sound like Elder McNamara. I know, I should. Hell, it's what I signed up for when I chose to stay into adulthood. I know there's something we're saving in there. But we're in decline. Our membership is decimated. There's got to be something we can do.
Let's see. Let's see. Is there anything else? Ever hear of a guy called Benny?
Sure, he's one of the hotel managers on the Strip. He comes up in the news now and then. Him and the other chairman run the Tops. It's one of the nicer hotels. Or so I hear. Elder McNamara wouldn't shell out for a passport for me, so I've actually never been to the Strip. Why do people get so cheap when they get old?
Alright. That's it for her for now, so...
A bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before?
Alright. That's more or less it for this cluster of buildings. Next we've got the, we can either go explore the array or we can check out the hangars. I'm going to check out the hangars first, but just to kick things off in the proper order, let's go talk to Raquel now. She should be at her post over here by the front entrance to the base. I can't even begin to imagine.
Hello.
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you. These are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them.
Mother Pearl said you have a bug problem?
Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free.
I can handle a few ants. Quest added, ant misbehaving.
Sure, anyone can. But there's more than a few down there. See for yourself.
Reese?
One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there, or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Same thing. Bullets seem okay, just don't hit the artillery shells. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them. Maybe you should check with him.
that something is happening. What the hell is going on? Well, everything looks okay now. Well, I don't know what that would... What? In your environment, if you game. This computer's working fine. Stream's working fine. Game is just losing its shit. Okay. Alright, that's better. Now, most of the generics should already be gone after our rather thorough job in the barracks, but so the hangars are mainly occupied just by these giant open rooms, but as you can see there's plenty of crafting supplies in here. Actually, I'm gonna refresh chat because something went wrong, I think, with Streamlabs itself, like the program, not the actual Twitch stream, showed me some kind of major hiccup. So there now. There now. Let's see how all this goes. So you look over here, you can see these. A lot of space is occupied by these big, more or less useless airplane parts. Let's get this box off the top shelf. There we go. Can't remember if irons are useful or not. They are. That's what I thought. There's just so much useful stuff here. It's ridiculous. What about paint guns? Burn, karma, burn. Oh yeah, baby. That's how we do. And it's time for that. It's time for that once per stream occurrence where I again remark on how funny it is that I burn off ridiculous amounts of karma for stealing shit, and my karma stays perfectly intact when I'm running around murdering innocent NPCs. And again, I guess they aren't that innocent if their dream of their people's destiny is to rain high explosive ordnance down on the ignorant savages of the wasteland. Don't really see the point of karma in this game. It's only useful with Cass, and that's about it. That's true. Cass won't stick around if you aren't a... Okay, yeah, there's Jack. Cass won't stick around if your karma is bad, but it also affects your ending. That just means you can, you know, go on a ghoul farming run at the right before the Battle of Hoover Dam if if you've played the whole game with bad karma and still want a good ending. Well, a good karma ending. Let me allow me to rephrase. Alright. More stuff. More stuff. Armor case.
Hello.
Man, oh man. She can be talked out of leaving if your speech is high enough. Yeah, but I think you can I think it's like Boone. I think you have to pass the speech check and you can only do it once. And then, you know, if you do another evil act in front of her, you pass another negative karma threshold again, then you're just done and you can't talk her into staying. It's like it's, if I remember right, it's similar to what Boone does when you make too nice with the Legion for him. He gives you one chance, and then I'm not gonna waste any of my purified water because there's clean water all over Nellis. I'll just duck into one of the barracks and deal with my dehydration
Watch
that
your
way.
steps, sister.
Okay. Let's see. Got one more collection of shelves. We'll be done with this first hangar. And we only have one other hangar to explore. Oh hell, how the hell did I get spotted?
Hello.
Oh, thank God. I was worried it was gonna take me a lot farther back than that. Oh hey, and that time I got a star bottle cap. We'll call that a beneficial reload. Oh, those of you who are here, a mass murderer is a good person because he mass murders feral ghouls. Nice. Hey man, it's Fallout logic. I mean, the logic of the karma system is weird anyway, in that it apparently assumes the boomers are good people despite actually being, like, super murderous of everybody. When in reality, they're a bunch of trigger-happy, homicidal explosives maniacs who are not good at all. It's just very good to have them on your side at the Battle of Hoover Dam. Alright, almost done. I should go offload, but I want to finish off this hangar. Then I'll make Veronica carry some shit, and we'll offload. Or Eddie, I'll have Eddie carry it. That's simpler because his inventory's empty. Yeah, why don't you just take the conductors? That should do it. Alright, let's track down Loyal. I'll leave Jack alone for now. Let's Let's go and talk to him.
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, letting you wander around Nellis as you please.
I'm looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis, between the two runways.
Note added, Nellis solar array. Quest added, Sunshine Boogie. Make Nellis great again. Oh hey Nyron, glad to have you back. I passed through a place called Helios 1. Maybe I could find parts there.
Are you talking about that damn brat light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? I was wondering what the hell that was. If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and charging.
Let's talk about something else.
All right. What's on your mind?
Raquel said you were working on some kind of weapon to fight the giant ants.
I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency that would kill the ants.
Science 50. Any signal over 22,000 hertz at 150 or more decibels should do the trick.
Hot damn, you're right! It's a matter of boosting across those thresholds, not exact amplitude. You're smarter than you look. Just so happens I was testing it at 24,000 hertz, so it should be good to go. Place it near their nest and cross your fingers. Signal's too high for people to hear, so no harm done. But it might make you feel sick to your stomach.
There we go. We got the sonic emitter. Place Loyal's sonic generator on the ant mound. Alright. Let's gulp down some clean water and go offload again. Oh wait, I missed this room. Let's get this last room. Not that I think there's going to be a whole lot in here. I hope not, anyway. And it also occurs to me that I actually missed one topic with Loyal, so I'll run back in there and get it right quick. And actually, we can go ahead and talk to Jack, too. So let's do both of those things.
What is it, outsider?
Stealing everything not nailed down. Oh, we lost that topic.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Nyron, you know how I do. Right, let's talk to Jack.
So you're the outsider. Lived your whole life out there, huh? Wow. I always thought you savages probably spoke a different language. But I hear you sound like us.
What do you do here?
Me? I work with Loyal. Mostly electronics work and robotics. Keeping the old technologies alive, right?
What can you tell me about Loyal?
Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in years. So a younger's gotta learn everything he knows. That'd be me. The man knows how to fix and build just about everything that was ever made. It's not easy keeping up with him. If you help him recover the lady, I figure... Oh, I figure it's been a nice day. Yeah, a real nice day.
Recover a lady? What are you talking about?
Did I say that? Sometimes I just say stupid things. Sorry about that. Pearl will tell you when the time comes. I should really be going. Hey there. Back for more?
I'm looking for ways to help out. Anything come to mind?
What I could use is some scrap metal. It may not sound exciting, but around here we have to recycle every rivet and plate. The other thing, you being from the outside and all, well, I guess you'd call it a personal matter, but, well, forget it.
Note added, Nellis scrap metal. Speech 35. Where I come from, we discuss personal matters all the time.
That must be nice. Sharing yourself like that? Not being embarrassed or anything? Well, the thing is, there's this girl.
Tell me about her.
Oh, you can't miss her. She has short red hair and she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels the same way? What if she comes here like you did? What if she gets blown up? What if she doesn't like me? Oh, geez. I better just let you handle it. I'm better with machines. They don't make my stomach queasy like this.
I'll look into it. Stranger things have happened.
That would be amazing. As in, I would thank you forever.
Note added, Jack's love story. Quest added, young hearts. Alright, let's go gulp down some clean water. Find Jack's love interest. Alright, we've still got another hangar to explore, but we need to go offload. I also, since y'all are pointing it out, I actually think it's a good time to take a ghoul farming break. They should have respawned by now. I enjoy both the experience points and the karma boost that comes from those ghoul farming rooms, so let's go offload. Got 10-ish minutes left. Can probably do that, and we'll save the second hangar in the array for the next stream on Thursday. How's that sound, folks? All right with you? The usual lack of social skills quests. Yeah, no kidding. I was also thinking, I know it's a little premature, but we're already halfway through Dead Space, so, I mean, this is going to be our main project for weeks, if not months
I've still
to come.
got guns and ammo.
And after Dead Space, I was thinking, especially in honor of the pending release of the Resident Evil 2 remake, I would really like to do the HD remaster of the Resident Evil 1 remake as our next side project. I'm, of course, going to honor my pledge to allow the subs to vote on that, but that's what I'm inclined to do. I don't know if any of my subs are watching right now, but I hope you're all on board with that, because I think that'd be really fun. What's everybody else think? Does that sound good? Let's go back to Novak. Sounds good to you, St. Louis. Yeah, and honestly, I've kind of been reacquainting with myself with the remake, just like looking stuff up, because the Resident Evil 1 remake it's a very difficult game. Like, I might need to try to play through it once or twice, like on my own, before I do any kind of recording, because it's not an easy game. Dodging zombies is tough, and you have to do it, because you do not, unlike Resident Evil 7, you know, you do not have the, you just do not have the supplies to kill everything. So you have to dodge a lot of zombies, and it's tough to do, so I'd like to get some practice in before I actually stream it for you guys, because there's one thing I can't abide. It's failing all over my stream. You know that. RE2 remake looks so difficult. I actually heard that you know, Nyron, to go back to your ranting during E3, I actually heard that you were right, and the Capcom employee playing it just really sucked. And maybe he was doing that on purpose as part of the demo. Maybe he's just actually not good. But you know, since then, people, you know, other E3 attendees who were allowed to play it.
Hey there.
You know,
need anything?
Capcom's great. They even let people record their playthroughs, and you know, it looks like the typical zombie goes down in 2 or 3 headshots, and so as long as you don't suck and you land headshots, it seems like you can take care of most of the zombies with the handgun and save your. All right, let's go to the Caesar's Legion safe house. Save your shotgun bullets for the inevitable appearance of the lickers. Assuming that's true. There's, you know, Resident Evil, the Resident Evil 1 remake, you know, you still have the tank controls. You don't really have the ability to go for headshots or locational damage. So, I mean, the 2 remake has the headshot mechanics out of 7, so careful and good with your shots, the consensus is you probably will be able to kill most things, if not everything. But the one remake, you truly have no choice but to dodge and manage your ammunition. Hey, Music DJ W, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it. We're closing in on the end of our stream here, but I appreciate the follow, and I hope we'll see you for the next one. Thank you. Let me see now. I know there are more big corners. Just don't seem to have a good vantage on them. Alright, sounds like the Resident Evil remake is a fairly popular choice for our next side project, and so we'll wrap up Dead Space, and that's what we'll do. Big corners don't get me karma, but oh yeah, the Vipers. Wonder if I can hit him from here. Yeah, boy! That was great. I don't think I gain any karma for that either, but that's just fun. Fuck those guys. Alright. Oh, I didn't see a Nyron, I missed the headless zombie grab. That is a pretty cool detail. Oh, I've heard one of the E3 attendees who's after the fact video I watched talked about the incredible detail work on the persistent damage front. So if you've landed a headshot or two on a zombie and then they still get up close to you and grab you, like you can really just like see the bits of skull and brain and dangling eyeballs coming out of their faces, like while they're grabbing Leon.
Hey!
Oh, let's not miss that shot. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I've been watching a collection of those myself, Nyron. I genuinely just cannot get over how excited I am for the Resident Evil 2 remake. It looks so good. Ethan, I'm glad you've been enjoying Dead Space. I have too. I agree. I think it's been a lot of fun. That was a great suggestion from all of you. I'm glad I finally have guns up to 75, so I can reliably peg things at this distance. There's another feral. Another 2 ferals. Nice. This game and physics. Alright. Wonder how my karma's doing. Oh look, I'm already gone from very evil down to evil. Could sweep the powder ganger camps too if I really wanted to boost it back up and You know, honestly, I actually kind of do. Dead Space has a nice chapter-by-chapter progression system. Yeah, it certainly makes it easy to organize. Although, I think I said this. I think I said this in the last video, the one where we fought the Leviathan. Yeah, even though the Leviathan itself was certainly the hardest thing we've done so far, I still ended up killing it on my first try. Dead Space was obviously released after game difficulty got tweaked down, because Dead Space on hard is a lot like an older game on normal. It's just it's a little bit on the easy side. I wish it was a little tougher. Shoot. I wonder if I can... Nah, there's not really any need to take a damage boosting chem. That'd be overkill, but... Oh, I wonder if I missed the headshot. No, I guess those two are just tougher. All right. Let's see. I have a couple of minutes left, and yeah, I kind of want to. I want to sweep the Powder Ganger camps too. Let me do that right quick. It won't take long. South, east, northwest. Yeah. Let me sweep through those, and then we should be good. Wild dog. There's New Vegas, boys. See that? Wild dogs stuck in the train tracks. I guess the south camp stays clear. Who's over there? Powder Ganger. Wait, what? Who in the fuck detected that kill? Oh well. I guess we can't use the Gobi on them. Alright, I tell you what, guys, I'm out of time for this one, so we'll clear the Powder Ganger camps and then head back to finish up in Nellis on Thursday morning's stream. So, we are going to end for today. For those of you watching live on Twitch, participating in chat, or just lurking, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you liked what you saw and you're new around here, please consider hitting the follow button so that you can be notified when we come back. If you're watching later on YouTube, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I know I stream at strange hours, which is why everything gets exported over to YouTube so that nobody has to miss any content. And finally, whichever platform you're on, I hope you'll consider joining our Discord. There will be a link in the YouTube video description or in the Twitch channel description. I announce all of our official business there, and we just talk about all kinds of random, irrelevant stuff all day, every day. And again, wherever you're watching, just know that I really appreciate you taking the time to consume my content. I really hope you enjoy it. Our next stream, as far as I know, will be to continue New Vegas on Thursday morning. If that changes, I will announce it in the Discord. So, until then, everybody, not everybody else, until then, everyone, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye.